What's up? What's going on, guys? This is RJ Game News USA here, and today we are going to count down the top 10 SEGA Master System games. I'm going to try to pick games that weren't on the Genesis or had better ports on the Genesis. I'm going to try to pick mostly original SEGA Master System games. Now, the SEGA Master System is a system that came out in the 80s, back when SEGA was very much not as well known. The Genesis really hit big for Sega, obviously, but this was their first system. This was essentially their NES to their Super NES, if that makes sense. It had very small share of the market. It was more popular in Europe than it was in the States. But I did want to share my top 10, and I will do that here in just a few minutes. But in the meantime, let's play a little bit of Orcs Must Die 3. And also, you can engage in the chat and let me know if you have any memories of the Master System or if you have anything you want to say about the Master System. And if you're new to the channel, please remember to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And share this video out there. So let's see what we could do.
Maximilian is gone. No one knows where he is. He left the Order, he left me, with these children. Born with the ability to use rift magic, Egan had no idea how powerful he was. Kelsey was the most studious novice in the Order, but she lacked control. I had to test their capabilities. A real ogre would have eaten you by now.
Sorry, Sorceress.
You will wish for that fate before long.
Think he's ever coming back?
Wow, it's like you're allergic to saying smart stuff.
Come, playtime is over.
Totally right. Okay, that is definitely not an Order rift.
Yeah, I'd like to tell you I knew that, but I didn't.
You are correct, Kelsey. That rift is different. Quickly, get traps placed and stay on the move. I will instruct you further when I can.
How do we hear her when we can't see her?
Telepathy, genius. Now, let's try out these traps for real.
What are we doing? Oh, Unleash the Horde. Okay. Guys, I think I played this on Xbox. Right before I actually switched over to PlayStation, actually. So I'm getting ready to unleash the Horde. But before I do, let's go ahead and do this list. So number 10 on the list is Afterburner. And it was an aerial flight arcade title. Came out in 1987. Number 9 is Space Harrier 3D. Came out in 1988. It sort of took inspiration from Gundam and the Never-Ending Story, and it's set in a fantasy sci-fi world. It was a huge success for the Master System. Number 8 is a game called Asterisk, which came out in 1993. Yeah, there was a lot of Master System games that came out while the Genesis was the main console. It's based off a comic book character, so it's interesting. Number 8, Sonic Chaos. In 1993. Players took control of either Sonic or Tails as they blast through colorful and perilous levels, collecting coins and avoiding spikes. So, I don't know if you ever played Sonic Chaos, but that's definitely a good one. Number 7, Road Rash from 1991. Sort of think about Mach Rider. It's sort of like Mach Rider from the NES. Number 6 is Alex Kidd in Miracle World. It's sort of a dopey, goofy platformer. I played it on stream before when we did the remaster. I used to think higher of it than I do now. I used to think it was the best Master System game, but goddamn, that game is difficult. The controls are pretty hard, but it's still a pretty good, platformer. Number 5 is Kensiden. The game follows a samurai warrior who has to rid ancient Japan of mighty warlocks and evil ghouls. So think like Castlevania almost. Number 4 is Fantasy Zone 2, The Tears of Opa Opa. Yeah, it's a pretty good game. Number 3 is Psycho Fox. This was also like a platformer, like Mario, Sonic, or Yoshi's Island. It was very similar to those kind of games. It came out in 1989, so it sort of predated almost all of them. And so I think it's a really underrated game. Psycho Fox, it's a really underrated platform. I think more people should play that. I would love to see a re-release of Psycho Fox. And then, let's see here. We got to get number 2. What's number 2? Number 2 is Gulvius, Valley of Doom from 1987. It is literally, if you guys have never heard of Gulvius, Valley of Doom, it literally is their Legend of Zelda. I shit you not, it is very similar to Legend of Zelda, and it came out pretty much the same year that Zelda did, 1987. Players control Kelesis, a brave fighter tasked with rescuing Princess Rena from Gulvius. Evil demons try to thwart Kelvis at every turn, and it's your job to defeat them, along with wild beasts that roam the lands. Fairies, wise women, and magical witches aid Kelesis by upgrading his energy and health. Gold comes from fallen enemies, and demons live in caves. But number 1 is Phantasy Star. Phantasy Star is number 1 on the list. The series started here in 1987. It was a top-down RPG. Basically, it was their answer to Final Fantasy. So I do think I got the top 3 right. Psycho Fox is sort of Sega's answer to Mario. That or Alex Kidd, but Psycho Fox was sort of their answer to Mario. Gulvius was sort of their answer to Zelda. And Phantasy Star was sort of their answer to Final Fantasy. So, yeah, those are definitely the 3 I would definitely check out. And Alex Kidd and a few others that I named. But yeah, those are the top 10 Sega Master System games. So now that I listed those off, let's just chill. Let's just unleash the Horde now.
All right, let's do this.
Enemies are preparing to breach one of our gates. They've broken through a gate.
Schooled them!
So far, so good.
Let's do this thing!
We're ready for the next horde. Pop them and drop them.
No ice cream.
Easy! That's what I'm talking about!
Alright, here's wave 3.
Check it out!
Oh fuck, I missed that.
Another expected victory.
Here we go, wave 4.
More enemies on the way.
Oh, I am good at this! Let's go!
Enemies at the rift.
I have never
We
been
did
so
it.
happy.
A perfect victory.
Man, the Sorceress is really tossing us into the deep end of the pool.
Yeah, it's way more intense than the usual training sessions.
This is not part of your training. There's something different about these new rifts. Every war mage in the Order is investigating.
Finally, we get to be real heroes like Maximilian.
I'm
5 waves.
for you two staying alive, keeping the orcs out of the rift.
Oh, this is gonna be a pain in the ass.
Another win! Totally ready.
More enemies on the way! Enemies are attacking on another front! Watch out! Our enemies have broken through again!
Die, die, die! That right there should be extra credit.
More enemies on the way!
They're coming out both sides. How am I supposed to do this solo? How the fuck am I supposed to do this solo? You can't guard both rifts.
Zap, zap! Can we go again?
Well, apparently you can. Apparently you can guard both rifts. Come on. Alright, we're getting bullshit. Nope. Stay out of this.
They're entering the rift!
Watch this. Of course we won.
Holy shit. How am I gonna do this final wave?
Where you going, huh?
Here they come.
Get them!
Shit.
More enemies in the rift!
I can only allow 17 more enemies in the rift. 16.
Another expected victory.
Got it.
Sorceress, if only the oldest living war mage can open rifts, wouldn't that mean...
Yes, Kelsey. The oldest is Master Cygnus, if he is still alive. Why would Master Cygnus open rifts for orcs to pass through from other worlds?
I know rifts provide magic, but this magic is not a positive force.
Keep the orcs at bay. I must travel elsewhere for answers.
Great. We fight the bad guys. She takes a vacation. It's cool.
School them! Can't wait. Let's do it!
Man, these little dudes are so fast.
Those are kobolds.
Oh, this
They'll
ain't
also
right.
set off our traps.
There are enemies in our rift room. They're entering the rift.
Where are you going, huh?
Enemies at the rift.
Ow!
More enemies in the rift.
That right there should be extra credit. Woo! Let's do this.
Our enemies are breaking through elsewhere. Look out! Our defenses have been breached again.
Ha!
They're almost there.
We're fucked. We're totally fucked.
We only have half our rift points remaining.
Extra credit and extra crispy.
So I don't know if you heard my list, Flynn, but I said Phantasy Star was the best SEGA Master System game.
Enemies at the rift.
Easy.
There are enemies in our rift room.
Can we go again?
Jeez.
More enemies on the way.
Watch this.
Enemies at the rift.
Oh no. Oh no, we're screwed.
Lol, nah, I didn't but good on that one.
Yeah, and then I had like a Legend of Zelda ripoff was like number 2. I forget how to pronounce it, but number 3 was Psycho Fox. It's a platformer from 1989.
The rift has been compromised.
It was very Yoshi Island-like. I know Alex Kidd in Miracle World was on the list. There was another game that was similar to Mach Rider. There's another game that was a ripoff of Castlevania. Showing the Master System some love.
They said there'd be girls here.
Oh, shit. Well, I'm thinking about getting out of here. We got to level 3 before we died. It's kind of hard to play this game solo. So, but thanks for swinging by, Flan. Appreciate it, man. I'll see you in the server.